Welcome to Dog Pound D&D minisodes with the lovely sounds and relaxing rumbles of the rain and the thunder. As Alvin finds himself very busy and very many things to do, and he has received a request for an audience from an old friend.
No, wait. Not an old friend from a band, but I'm looking up one of the old bands that Bargain used to go by.
Oh, Jesus.
Alvin is asked for an audience by the band Sex and Crossbows.
And to give everybody background to what's going on here, Alvin is trying to take over the world. Bargain is doing stuff that if you watched earlier today, you'd find out about. Alvin knows none of this. That's the simple version.
Yep.
And you get a knock on your door, Alvin, from one of your many, many, many servants, telling you that whatever the hell it is that John just said has arrived.
Sex and Crossbows.
Sex and Crossbows.
Sex and Crossbows.
I think I know who this is. Of all the people to show up at my door, alright, let him in.
We were talking last Wednesday also. Did Alvin and Bargain have any contact since the end of last season?
The only contact that we had was when I brought you on to assassinate Eduardo.
So that was like immediately after last season. So yeah, you haven't heard from Bargain in like 6 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I get let into the house.
One moment.
So to further elaborate on the backstory that brings us here today, because we're not even in the right map. Wait, why aren't we in the right map? Now we're on the right map. Alvin has a crystal thing that talks to him. Definitely not talking to himself. And he eats crystals, which is definitely healthy. I think you've all seen My Strange Obsession. People eat things sometimes. It happens. And he seems to like to make things out of crystals. It's really an obsession, honestly. There's a real crystal obsession, maybe an addiction even. And to feed his crystal addiction, he is planning to take over the world so that all crystals can come to him. Or, more accurately, he's trying to take over the world because everyone keeps killing themselves and they're a bunch of dumbasses. Yo, how you doing, Riley? So, basically, Alvin is in it to take over everything because basically, he's every AI that in every AI movie where the AI is like humans are too dangerous, they must be. I must take care of them myself. Alvin's basically that AI. He's reached the inevitable conclusion that people are too dangerous for themselves, and now he's going to take over the world.
You know, as much as I'm gonna try to refute this, I'm just gonna not. I don't care.
I mean, it's not completely wrong.
It's not completely right either.
No,
It's not completely right.
It's close.
It's close to the initial aspect, but beyond that, no.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to give away all your secrets, so
Yes.
I'm good at doing that. Yo, thanks for the follow, right? So, Alvin, you welcome the hand sex pistols, hand crossbows. So much
Sex
bullshit.
hand crossbows.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Sex hand crossbows meta.
Yep. I told you I got a memory. Why do you think I say write it down? And half the time, you know that list of demons that I asked for? That was to give to John.
Ah, okay.
I have very little control over my own campaign.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, this whole conflict between you and Thalric wasn't ever part of the plan. It just... And Voltaire, and it just kind of happened. And has grown into this, where we find the sex hand crossbows coming to meet you.
Well, at least one of them. I can't change my size. Yeah, there we go. So it's definitely Bargain as a Leonin, but he's kind of the wrong color because he used to be more of a
Just like Elvin.
like a Labrador orange color, like a brownish orange color, and now he's more like white and black and tigery than liony. But he goes, Alvin, my very good friend. I'm so glad you decided to meet with me. I thought you might appreciate the reference.
Yes, your many names. That,
Well, one has performed as many, let's just call them performances as I have. One finds the necessity to go by many names, and mostly out in the streets, I'd heard that you'd lost touch with the common folk. But if you still know sex hand crossbows as me, I imagine that the common folks is just wrong.
the common folk say a lot of things about me, but I do remember quite a few of your many names.
As long as you don't know my true name, I think we'll be okay. So the wings are new, I do believe.
Yes, they are.
We have all changed somewhat, I imagine, since last we saw each other. I trust the last bit job I did for you has proven fruitful.
It has removed one of the more annoying nuisances in my side. So it is quite nice.
I have been very busy on other realms of existence for several years, but I'm back now, and I kind of figured that the gang might still be together, but apparently it's just you in town right now. So where are all of our compatriots and companions?
Scattered.
Dad.
Scattered in a good way, as in they are off doing the good deeds that we used to do to save the world from... Man, I don't even remember what it was we saved the world from. I just remember that it was bad.
The Nova Stain cult. And
I know.
oh,
Bargain's making a point of it been a long time.
It depends on who we're speaking of. Some have scattered off to live their lives in a more peaceful manner away from the adventuring life, while others are still adventuring amongst themselves with new faces. What it seems like every day I am introduced to a new person in their group. And in other cases, they are scattered, as in they are no more.
Like Shraga. Yeah, it's very sad, I'm sure. Is
Shraga-
Cairo still bopping about?
Yes, he is still alive.
Is he in Safe Halls right now?
No.
Oh, thank God.
he's on his way though.
Against the man. Nothing against the man, but he's one of the few people who knows my full identity, and it's always made me nervous. So I never went out of my way to really make nice with the man.
Understood.
Alvin, I just realized I may not. In my head, you know who I am. You know what I am, correct?
I know you on fiend of some sort.
Alvin, I owe you an apology. I had thought this whole time that you were aware of what and who I am. No, you see, Bargain is just one of my many, many names. In reality, I am the fiend known as Malakar's Larciniax. Doesn't really matter what part of the hells I'm from, but I am the boogeyman to the boogeymen, essentially. Or at least I was. But the hells are a terribly dull, horrid place, and that's why I wandered the mortal planes for so many years. There's so many names, and well, it changes a man, or a fiend, or whatever you might be.
If you
Do
consider
good and
yourself
save
just
the world. What was that?
If you consider yourself a man, you do not need to call yourself a fiend. Just
Well,
use
let's be
whatever
honest,
terminology you prefer.
I'm still a little bit above your normal man out there in the world.
Mhm.
But all right, I consider myself very fond of mortality and mortals. Although I don't know if you would qualify anymore. Perhaps there is room in this world for a quasi-category of not quite gods, not quite men, neither immortal nor mortal people such as ourselves. Has anybody else in out of our companions had quite such a glow up as you have?
If you're speaking,
Well, I assume everyone's been busy for the past 6 years. What are the fellas up to?
Tharak is Tharak, yeah, but he is a king now.
Wait, hold up. What?
He is a king.
Did you make him king?
Tharak is the king of the dwarves after.
Oh. Okay. That makes more sense. I was gonna say I would have thought that I would have picked up on the fact that Say Falls was a kingdom with a king at its head, but a king of the dwarves, they've always had royalty. So that makes a lot more sense. Was he hiding a secret identity in that he was secretly the prince or something?
I don't know. We don't. As of late, he and I do not talk much.
I'm sensing there's bad blood between you now.
He simply doesn't understand the bigger picture of things.
Oh. Like he's got his head buried so far up his own ass in the dwarven kingdom that he can't see that the world is still in need of help.
He's too buried inside of his own self-righteousness to understand what I am trying to do.
Well, on that note, what are you trying to do out here? I would have thought by now you'd have at least a title more than mayor. For I knew you when you were the mayor of Save Falls, but
It is
well, I mean,
all
look,
in due
you're
time.
more than just a mayor.
It is all in due time, Bargain. The name Mayor will die, and a new name will be reborn, as will this city. All in due time.
Okay. That's insightful to say the least. What about let's see, we've covered Cairo, Saurak. Did he have help, or did he just wander over to the Dwarven Kingdom and do that all himself? I know the man is capable, but good lord, good lord.
He had the Dwerga and the hill dwarfs to
Oh, the
assist him.
the little dwarf who claimed to be in the Navy.
Oh no, he is
Oh, what
among
was
the dead.
Oh, that is unfortunate, for I found him to be a most amusing of fellows.
What I'm saying is he went to the Dwerga kingdom and gained them as an ally.
I guess the Dwegar would have a kingdom. That makes sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're under the ground. He did have a warforged.
What now?
A warforged. Living armor that is sentient.
Oh, that sounds terrifying.
Dead now.
He's an intriguing specimen, to be honest. He had a tabaxi. He had, I believe, a thri-kreen was among his group.
I have no idea what a thri-kreen
Neither
is
do I.
either. I assume that none of our companions that I would know helped with that little
Voltaire.
Voltaire. He was the tall dragonborn with issues upstairs, was he not?
Yes.
So is Thalrak like his babysitter now or something? Because he always did strike me as just a skosh
No.
too violent. If like he was lovely, he was absolutely lovely. But if you made him mad, it's like, you know, well, we don't let the people with temper problems work making fine china anymore. You learn that lesson.
Hold on. Can we back up for a moment, Bargain?
Mm.
What do you? Let's discuss something real quick, because we kind of dodged over the subject, and I just realized how that there's only a few places you got this information. What do you think I am?
Oh, according to the man outside, he says you're a dragon, and I didn't believe him until I saw you have dragon wings. I also talked to a lovely, charming pair of ladies in the tavern down the street, and they said you was made out of crystal. And then one of them clarified that no, it was just your Johnson that was made out of crystal. That was beyond my.
That's why Terry likes him so much.
I don't care what has happened to your manhood, Alvin. I know what you are capable of. Also, I know that you're still "quote unquote" mayor of Safe Falls, but some people have called you more lofty titles, and apparently crystals is just like a thing for you now. So
Are you
that
speaking of the
vaguely
title?
sounds familiar. That started out of character. That started before we wrapped season 1, right?
Absolutely, that is a fan fiction.
Yeah.
Not a well. This book is now a smut book that exists in universe.
No, he's asking about the crystal queen.
No.
That is just going off.
I'm
in the
about my
bottom
own world. I
there.
don't know what you're talking about.
He's talking about Crystal King.
Which about it?
Did that name start before season 1
did Alpha
ended?
start eating crystals before season 1 was
Yes.
over?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I knew that you were like involved and had a hobby, but apparently it's become like your entire motif, to the point where they're talking about your towers, which I gotta be honest, I heard that one from a one-legged war veteran from a war before either of our fathers were, well, before your father was born. You only recently just quasi-immortal. But he liked to say that you had crystal towers, and I could not tell if it was another sexual innuendo or not.
Okay.
Not gonna leave that up the whole stream.
I,
That's a delay. Alvin has just gets the piss taken out of him at every corner.
so
Every bit.
you just. I am having a very hard time believing you. I mean, the crystal thing is understandable that people are talking about all that, especially with the recent changes.
Alvin, remember, I'm a bard, Alvin. Or at least that's what I pretend to be when I'm up here. I mostly don't fraternize with the kinds of people that maybe you're used to dealing with on a daily basis as the mayor of Safe Falls. I'm used to crawling in the trenches with the morons and the muckety mucks.
Yes. It's just
I've
there's
talked to
only
maybe
two,
3 dozen people since I've been back on this plane. Okay, it's not.
there's only two people who know what you know outside of the people in this household.
Out of character, did I say something specific?
To me?
Like, no, that Bargain wouldn't know?
No, this is.
Alvin's,
Oh, you guys, not me.
when you said quasi immortal, Alvin's sitting there like,
Dragons are quasi-immortal.
yeah, but Alvin hasn't revealed he's a dragon to the world yet.
Oh, okay, yep.
The only people that know are my family, a couple close war council members, Thalrak and all the adventurers, and apparently Voltaire.
And Vendal.
Fendel doesn't know.
Ah.
I didn't transform in front of them.
Oh, I thought you showed up there in that form. That's the
There's
form
I
you
showed
dragged
up,
out.
Not in, no.
There's one
I-
very important person you're
Oh
forgetting.
no,
but
real
continue.
dragon. I just viewed this as a real dragon. That's
no,
not a real dragon.
That
form.
is not the real dragon form. It's my new form with wings.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
The draconic
let's
form
get
has
back
not
to
been revealed yet.
He looks different now. That's what the people would have told you, I guess. Very shiny. Purple.
Yeah, dragon has not been revealed because that has to do with why I invited Sarish 10 days later, because that's the day after I reveal it.
Okay, well, we can still pretend like I said that because I know how this is going to play out now.
Well, also,
Essentially, I was trying to
technically,
figure out who the
out
fuck
of-
told you.
well, out of character, also, you would know. I think. Did you
Bargain
reveal
would?
it? Well, Elvin, did you reveal that in front of Voltaire during that whole confrontation? Or was that after?
In character, Goji
No.
told Bargain that he's a dragon.
Yeah, which means Yalva never revealed that he was a dragon to Thalrak. They rolled high enough to figure it out.
Oh, there you go.
Which means the only person who essentially what I'm trying to figure out is that there's only one way Voltaire there's only one way he could find out is that probably Thalrak told him. But if he finds out Voltaire told him, Alvin then believes Thalrak told Voltaire.
Well, and keep in mind, Bargain hasn't said that I'm like, because where we are in the timeline right now, Voltaire is currently eating and gorging himself on the giants that were the hill people leader, Brisbane.
Yeah, we're just gonna say that.
And I've just popped on over here during that point in time. So this is a while ago, but it wouldn't have even gotten out yet that the slaughter in Emir, or not Emir, Klastow has happened yet because it
Yeah.
literally happened less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah,
Oh no, that's completely understandable. It's just more of Alvin's trying to figure out.
maybe we'll gloss over that
Yes.
one because there's at least a coin flip chance that Voltaire knows because
No, hold on.
I did it somehow. But Voltaire could also have found out on his own, so I don't know.
Because I haven't revealed the dragon.
Let's just get
form.
back in this and play because I've got something for this. Let's just
Okay,
get back into
yeah,
it.
let's continue.
Okay. I just want to know who you're. Because it's not a normal commoner. There's only very few people who can know.
Oh yes, and one of them
You know.
One of them is intimately familiar with the secret. One of whom is intimately familiar with my backstory now. And one of whom is also my previous employer between the Eduardo job and me showing up here now.
Okay.
I could use a little pick-me-up. And Bargain takes out a... and then looks at you pointedly.
What is the name?
He didn't tell me, okay? I happened to stop in with some, let's just say ingredients that he had requested from a certain place that I had been recently. And I put 2 and 2 together by the giant cloning vat.
You're not very helpful, Bargain. Anyways,
I am sorry that I talked to Ikrath before stopping in here, but Ikrath had paid me to do a job. He wanted mushroom.
Oh, Zikarath. Of course, he's
But
got
again,
a
he
loose
didn't
tongue.
say anything. He
doesn't
was high as a kite on something, and I gave him mushrooms that I warned him not to put it in his mouth, and he did. So if he comes back without teeth, why is he blue?
I honestly don't know.
I forgot Icareth was blue.
The man does a lot of different things that I don't know anymore.
I'm 90% convinced that he doesn't know either. He doesn't make a lot of sense when he's not like just a little bit buzzed off of the cocaine.
Okay. Yes, that is true.
No, so I had seen what was going on. I only put two and two together, seeing that you have wings now.
Fair enough. All right.
Is this not common knowledge? Because
No.
mum's the word.
In fact, the world isn't supposed to know until 9 days to the day. 9
What
days
happens
after
in
today.
9 days? Do you turn into a pumpkin? Or
In 9 days, I give a speech to the city, and thus marking the rebirth of this kingdom. And the essential base point for my empire, Bargain de la Sabaton.
okay, good to know. You've been
That
much
is when-
busier than I had assumed. I apologize.
At that point, that is when I reveal my true form. Now, I would grace you with a sneak peek, but unfortunately, Alvin looks around the room. It's not exactly the right size to do so in here.
Bargain looks around also and is just like, well, even if it was, you're guaranteed to knock something off the shelves, and I can tell you're very meticulous about your organization. So, please, I'll just take your word for it, and I'll try to be back in the city in 9 days hence. But as you may have guessed, I'm not just here to pay a social visit.
Not many people are.
Yeah.
Who's breaking windows? Oh, I know who's breaking windows.
You just hear just some people screaming and yelling and just chasing. Stop it! We can't stop it! It keeps disappearing! Alvin's gonna kill us! Call Terry, she can fix it! It's breaking
Look
out
in
of the
here.
garden!
Bargain
Bring
is
him in here.
pretending like he's ignoring it, being like, so how's your wife? I heard that you have kids.
2 now and 5 adopted.
Oh,
Bring him in here.
You can drag the stuff in if you want. I could let someone catch him.
Yeah, because Alvin's just gonna be like, I will calm him down. Just bring him in here, and I will grab
Soft
him.
kitty, warm kitty. I think you need to grab an NPC to bring him in, but I do have
Yeah, there
them
it is.
somewhere. It should be. Yeah, there we go.
He's
Yeah,
on the map there.
Okay.
he's very small.
Yeah, he's not that small. He's like that big.
And Alvin will simply will just telekinetically grab him and pull him and place him on his lap. And he'll just sit there like, all right, you need to calm down. And Alvin will start casting spells to create food for Munch to eat while he
Animal
sits there.
handling at advantage.
Oh, how wonderful. Oh, at advantage.
You gave it food.
37.
Yeah, he calms right down and starts purring in a Tarrasque way of purring, which I imagine is very gravelly.
All right. What were you saying, Bargain?
You know, I think I've lost my train of thought, but I have to ask, what is that? Please, please, for the love of everything that has ever made for a good story, tell me that is one of your biological children.
No, but he has a lot of children now.
No,
That's
it's
what we were
not
talking about.
my
We were talking about
biological child,
He has two now.
but he's essentially a child to me.
one of the adopted ones, then?
Yeah, basically.
And
He looks like if an alligator spent too much time doing drugs with Ikarath.
and as he says that, Munch Munch chomps off the corner of the desk and starts chewing.
You know, I would have figured that someone who's as obsessed with crystals like you maybe would have made like more crystalline furniture that couldn't happen to, but if you've never thought of it,
No, watch
completely,
this. And Alvin will pull like, because I have several like old magic items that I've never used. And he just pulls a staff out. It's like, this is enchanted magic, and he holds it over Munch Munch. Go ahead.
is he about to?
And does he eat the staff?
Yeah. I don't know what you just fed him.
I fed him the anti-religion staff.
What is it? I don't even know what that does.
That was from session 12.
What does it do?
Basically, you, as a bonus action, you denounce a faith and then point at an ally within 30 feet of you, and it gives them a +3 to their next attack roll.
Oh. I don't know what that's going to do to him, but we'll find out in a few sessions or months or who knows. But he chomps it down, and you hear a brief woof, and you see his like stomach expand for a second and then go back down.
Yes, so crystal furniture doesn't stop him. Magic doesn't stop him.
Do you know, the older I get, the less helpful I feel I can be? Because this is just so far beyond anything I understand. What is this?
It's perfectly fine. Oh, he's a Tarask.
Well, I'll be damned.
Well, you know, we have a Krakosaurus Rex, a Tarask, a Hydra.
Wait, Ikarath actually made a Krakosaurus Rex?
I don't think he made it.
That just seems like something he would do.
And
This
you
is something
see-
that he's...
Munch Munch look over at the cat, and all of a sudden it disappears, and it's right behind the cat. Or the fox, whatever that thing is.
That's my fox.
Your fox. It's right behind your fox, and it's advancing stealthily like a cat stalking a fly.
And my fox will just... My fox is completely ignoring him, and Alvin's just like, oh no.
And it chomps, it goes, "Chomp."
As soon as he tries to chomp it, it turns into fairy dust.
But
Because
also, go ahead.
the fox is a fae.
And then once it's gone, it kind of stares around and looks back at Alvin, and then it just disappears and reappears in your lap again.
Huh. So if I find something out there in the wide, wide world that shouldn't exist, I can fix that here. That's what I'm gathering.
Yeah, you can. Apparently, that's everyone's solution to their creature problems these days. I mean, it doesn't help the fact that I have several types of creatures living in the city.
I'd noticed that Seyfall seems much more diverse than the last time Dex Hand Crossbow's played here.
Yeah, undead, spirits,
I mean, I was
elementals.
start with how many more like just normal things out here, let alone the abnormal things. There seems to be quite a lot of. What's up with the weird halflings that seem so intellectual?
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
all
speaking of the gnomes.
Gnomes aren't real.
Both of you
They
roll
are.
luck.
Oh shit! I never re-rolled. Oh, that's right. Bargain has a terrible luck. His luck is
My
terrible.
luck is kind of scary because of all the bonuses I've been getting.
Bargain has a 0, so his luck is truly just a flat D20.
Yeah, I have a bunch of bonuses onto my luck, so It wasn't supposed to be an advantage, but it was still a 24.
All right, continue. Don't worry about what that roll was for.
Okay.
There's other things
Okay.
going on in the world.
No, there's a lot of interesting things in the city these days. That has partially to do with the fact that everyone is very attracted to Say Falls' quality of life.
I think that in my long life, I've never seen quite done so well. Many places have said, "Oh, we're free here," but few have actually fully delivered on that promises you have. So, I cannot pledge my service, but I would like to offer my services to you as the citizen Sayfall him, supreme.
All right.
But
What?
that might have to wait until I've finished a couple of things. One of the first places I checked on upon making it back to this plane of existence was apparently that old blowhard in Emir still exists. And now, Alvin, you know that can't happen.
Hufflebottom?
Oh my God, I thought that was a local insult for him. That's his actual name?
That's his name.
Well, that fits. But yes, I believe I owe him some destruction, and I was going to go in and just sabotage the city, so you might say. Preferably, take some lives, loot some stuff.
All right.
Mostly, I was just going to see if you have anything that could help, because if I recall, you weren't very fond of him either. That night we forged the pick. Well, honestly, I would have thought the bonds from that night lasted a little bit longer. I might have to go see Thalrak and see what his issues are if he's not getting along with you anymore, but...
He doesn't agree with what I want to do with my empire.
Well, the problem with that, Alvin, as I see it, is that you don't actually have an empire yet. And Thalrak's not a moron, so once you have one, he'll probably come around. But when things like that seem to be theoretical and not set in the concrete future that is reality, certain people get squeamish.
Yes, I can agree with that. As
So
far
I
as
could
what I
take,
have,
did you call him Munch Munch? I could just take him for a stroll through the city. Apparently that would be the most effective thing to do. He ate that magic item like it was nothing.
let's not do that. I don't want his first taste of reality outside of being tortured by demons to be immediately used as an instrument of war. Thank you very much.
Oh, it wouldn't be war. It'd be just a pleasurable little romp. Two people walking into Emir just to see the sights and taste them? That's not a war.
But Tarask,
Baby Tarask.
a baby Tarask. This is okay. Bargain. What you're essentially suggesting sounds like the opening line to a bad joke. A fiend and a baby Tarask walk into a city.
Exactly. It's a bad joke to play on Emir. Not that they're not deserving of it. It wouldn't be a war. That's what an empire is built on. We're just talking about trashing the place, partying a little too hard.
How about this?
Look, the Allamarian rejects have not played in the city for a while, and I can feel it twitching in my stringed instruments pop.
How about this? As long as you do not speak of where you got this, I will give it to you. Okay?
Alvin, it was a bad joke. I would not trust myself with Munch Munch. Did you call him?
I'm not giving Munch to you.
Oh, thank God! And he sits back and he genuinely looks very happy. He's not actually gonna give him Munch Munch.
Bargain would probably be mildly concerned if he knows anything about Tarask, the fact that Tarask don't normally know how to teleport.
Well, I would figure that Tarask in a D&D world are sort of like we have knowledge of, quote, Armageddon or Ragnarok or the apocalypse,
Yeah,
like in
that's
general.
true. That's true.
They exist, but they're just the end of the world. It's not like a real problem. And so finding out that Alvin has a baby apocalypse in his lap right now, the fact that it teleports wouldn't be the surprising part. The fact that Alvin's alive would be.
The fact that Alan's alive, super casually just taking care of it like it's his own child. He's just like, yeah, this is fine. Alvin pulls out what looks like a sealed
Alvin, you
box.
hear a giant crash coming from the kitchen.
I swear if the Hydra is getting into the food again.
Oh, is Miss Lippy still around?
Yes, is it the Hydra or is it the T-Rex?
Who are you asking?
I'm shouting that out to whoever's near the door.
Let me check. And then they return to neither. I don't know. There's just some things, some broken dishes, and a broken jar on the floor. It looks like.
Oh, is the cookie jar, isn't it?
Oh, yep, that would be cookie crumbs.
I know the culprits.
I think there's giggling coming from the pantry.
Yeah, it's my children.
Oh, yep, here's how many of them?
There's 7.
All 7 of them.
Only 6 should be walking around.
All 6 of them.
Oh, that's right. Cormal's not here, right?
Yeah.
Cormal's here right now.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, 6 of
But
them.
he's an adult, but no, it's Saya. Saya is a baby right now.
Oh yeah, not Saya.
She was just born.
Yep, it's them. Remember how in season 1 everything didn't feel alive at all because we only talked about the things that were relevant to the plot? I like the Dragonheart. I like to feel like I've done a better job of just inserting random shit.
Yeah, random shit, and I was just like.
Why did I have 7 children?
Would you tell my children that, oh, no. How even better. Can you go get all the Griffin Tamers and tell them that my children are going to be assisting them with their work today?
Not the stables!
All you have to do is ask and you can have one!
You were in a meeting!
You know you can open the door and ask me. That's not how it works.
Why is scary?
That's a good point.
Or bargain.
Either one, realistically,
Both.
but they live in a house with Munch.
Both.
They've never met me.
All of you know what I am. How is he scary?
What's the goblin's name that you adopted?
Skrank.
Remember the time he bit Skrank's hand off?
And I had to regenerate it, yes.
Nobody wants to deal with that.
Fair enough. Munch, you really gotta stop eating people. I thought I
Target's
used you.
just like, well, he really
In Munch
does
Munch's defense, the goblin's hand was covered in cotton candy. So
It's not a very good defense.
it was a good defense. But he did have a lot of cotton candy on his hand.
You know what? I won't make you go to the Griffin stables.
Yay!
But you will be going with me to go talk to some people when I go out after I'm done with bargain.
Oh, how long is it gonna... Do we have to take notes?
No, you don't have to take
Oh,
notes.
thank God.
If you behave while walking, I'll take you to get some ice cream.
With honey?
What are you saying? We're breeding Miss Lippy with us.
Oh, yeah! The kids are very fond of Miss Lippy because all seven of them can ride Miss Lippy at once.
All right, Miss Slippy can come.
Yay!
Now, please, I need to finish this meeting. Then we will discuss our afternoon adventure today.
All right.
You know, I've had many children. This is why I don't stick around to parent them. You're a better man than me.
Oh, we found out of character that Bargain is the guy from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, don't tell him that right now.
Well, he knows because he knows hi.
Yes, it's it's what makes it even worse is there's. Oh, I don't want to spoil the surprise. No.
I think that was in
Okay.
character.
Huh?
Go ahead.
So instead of much munch, you're gonna give me what now?
Oh, right. And Alvin is like, looks at Much Munch and goes, "Don't eat the scroll." As Alvin's opening the scroll case.
He eyes the scroll but does not eat it.
I really don't want you to eat this scroll because it's a 9th level spell. And Alvin sits there and he's like, all right. Technically, the scroll's not complete, so Alvin quickly, as you see, also, one of the things that Bargain would notice is when Alvin's sitting there casting any magic, his hands are not moving, nor is his mouth.
Oh shit.
Which
And I don't know if Bargain would notice that you were casting spells.
No, all you would notice is just things are appearing around Alvin, or he is.
You've got a
bringing
teleporting
something to him.
Tarrasque in your hands, also, like literally.
Yeah, you're kind of distracting.
Yeah. I'm distracting, but yeah, it's the essentially subtle fact. Alvin is a psionicist. He doesn't need the verbal or somatic component anymore.
Okay.
And as he's doing, he's kind of waves at something, and a bottle and a quill come over to him, and he's like, all right. And he dips it in and starts writing in a couple of runes onto the scroll. And he's like, and I think that should finish it. Tell me, Bargain, what are you? Do you read? You're capable of reading ancient languages, correct?
Infernal is the most ancient language I'm aware of, so technically yes, although I'm not quite sure what language you're referring to right now.
Primordial?
Man, I'm not quite sure actually that I ever bothered to pick up that tongue. Let me check real quick. No.
Is this something I
No,
gave you or something you made?
The scroll?
Yeah.
I made it.
Okay.
No, sorry.
This is not something you gave me.
Yeah, I was like, I was wondering, what level of bullshit are you about to unleash? Because if it's something that you made, then it's probably relatively mild. If it's something that I made, who knows what it could be.
See, so you do not speak primordial. Okay, give me a second. And Alvin's just like, the easiest way is to just do this. And he snaps his fingers, and you feel a pulse through the weave. And he's just like, all right, there you go. It's now written infernal for you.
Thank you. What am I looking at? And he picks it up to take a look.
Meteor swarm.
Alvin picked up that trick after it hit his city.
Do you think the arcane city of Emir will have protection for something like this, or do you think this will truly be able to do much?
Enter the city. All you have to do is enter the city. Once you are inside, simply cast the spell. Anything that they will do is to prevent it from being cast from far away. They will not be able to prevent it from being cast within the city's walls.
Sort of a suicide thing where they're like, no one would cast this spell because they're here and they're gonna get hit by it.
They have people watching for long-range spells on the outside. They don't have people watching for long-range spells on the inside.
I makes sense. That
But
makes sense.
if you are concerned of the media swarm not working properly,
No, I'm very good at what I do. Something like this, and he bonks the scroll against his head, is something that you do. So I'm simply asking questions. That's all.
yes, will work as long as you don't use it like an idiot. Now,
I mean, I told you I was going to go pick a fight with a city full of magic users, so I feel like you could easily make the argument that maybe perhaps just a little bit of an idiot, but also at the same time, you just told me how to use it without being an idiot, so we'll see what time will tell us.
and on top of that, you didn't get it from me.
Get what from who?
Precisely.
Very good, very good. So the only place I'm definitely going to hit with this scroll is the palace itself. You got 3 other targets you'd like me to hit to make it easier for your takeover?
I can pull up a map.
Would you?
The only other place I even really remember is that blacksmith shop and the
The
hop.
blacksmith was a dear. He's not a problem.
The blacksmith was a little bit bitchy considering that we just saved the world in his shop and all he could complain about was all the holes in his wall that the dogs punched, but
500 gold covered the deposit.
I didn't know we paid him. Good lord.
I
that
did.
man's fine.
I covered the whole thing.
No, that's nothing against you. That's just I'm saying all I remember, the only really remembrance I have of him is that he was obnoxious.
Why don't you cause some serious turmoil?
I'm assuming this is the palace, if I recall. Or is
No,
this...
it's the right here.
Yeah, okay.
Because this was Eduardo's place.
Oh, he's dead.
The
He's dead.
Valdrongians were at 8.
But
Valrongians.
Eduardo was there.
Yes, well, he was associated with them, yes.
All right, so how about this? There's the main house with the mayor, and then there are 4 primary noble houses. I would like to see the true colors of one of the noble houses that I am essentially a little bit in business with. Why don't you bomb all 3 of the other 4 houses? Just leave the Olive Gardens around. I want to see what they do if they are in the moment. I want to see what their nature is when a vacuum of power occurs.
Very well. Is there anything in the palace you happen to have recommendations I filch on the way out of claiming his what was his name again? Huddlefunkus?
Hufflebottom.
I like mine better, but honestly, the fact that that's really his name makes me so happy. Very well.
I don't know what's inside there. Again, I did not like the noble class of Emir, essentially, as they put my parents down while we were living there. Couldn't stand Emir especially since it has some dark, sad memories that we won't get into. But I left as soon as I could. Hufflebottom is a despicable person. Were it not for the fact that the city has prevented, that I know that there is some level of prevention keeping me from
That would be
pulling.
Hufflebottom.
Yes. Because there's a level of prevention keeping me from pulling his ass directly in front of me so that I could slit his throat, I would have done so at this point. But I can't. Thus, you need to cast the spell from inside, not outside.
So, done, and done. Obviously, this should be good fun. In the midst of your empire building, I'm sure you've heard rumors of there being demons loose in the streets and hiding in plain sight in society and what?
Yes.
That demons think they're so goddamn clever, and I hate them. They're the most annoying things in the world, and they're deadly. So don't underestimate them. But they're not.
They
Not
attempted to kill me.
Are they the ones
Technically,
who
they
gave you much
succeeded.
Six Axis tried to kill me, in fact.
Six Axis stride, something like that. Must have been
Yes.
getting desperate.
He appeared in my home and hit me with the finger of death 3 times.
I'm sorry. That chuckle was for the sake of Six Axis, not like that. Must have been a who got to him.
He must have been very pissed off because he used it 3 times and it didn't die until the 3rd one.
Oh, you did in fact die.
I'm fine now, as you can see.
I got
Yeah.
better. He turned me into a newt.
I'm not undead, if that's what you're wondering.
Obviously, I saw the cloning vat. I assume that you're a clone of yourself or whatever. But
No, it's not. That clone was not created for the purpose against Six Axis. That clone was to make this permanent.
okay, well, I mean, I was not worried that you were undead or not of your right mind or whatever. I was mostly asking who got to him first. Miss Lippy, the Tyrannosaurus downstairs, Much Munch, one of your kids, Terry. Who was it that got him? He appeared in your house.
I don't know how he got into my house. He was here. He tried to kill me. That is it. I was peacefully sleeping, and then suddenly a demon was sitting in my room.
So Terry got him first.
I think he's
He's
asking.
alive.
How? He had accosted you in your home. Look, I've met Sycaxis a couple of times, and he's not that impressive of a figure, or he wasn't. Huh. Perhaps I should pay more attention to these things.
In fact, I don't think
Well-
any of the 5 lords are dead right
One.
now. I think they're one of the.
One was reported.
it
Six
actually him,
Axis
or
is
was-
dead.
Oh, Six Axis is actually dead?
Well, yeah. So Six Axis is dead, but not from when he was with you. They killed Six Axis, who was in the bedroom with Segrador and a bunch of other demons that weren't named demons.
Oh, no, Six Axis wasn't the one who killed me. Segrador killed me.
Yes, Segrador killed you.
Yes,
Segrador
it
was
wasn't
not
Six
the
Axis.
Seyfalls demon. Even Segrador is the Ulford demon.
Yes, but Segrador was the one who killed me.
Well,
Yes.
this is where I'm going with all this, rather. This spell does an awful lot of fire damage.
Fire is not my specialty, if that's what you're wondering.
No, fire is a demon's specialty. They don't really feel it because they spend so much time in hell, where the grass is fire.
I don't think he cares
See,
that much about
there are
demons.
there are infernal, lawns where it's all just curated fire growing in different shapes and sizes and whatnot. It's
Mhm.
quite artistic, but also it doesn't really hurt them. So, do you have any anti-fiend weapons? I'm assuming you do. Do you have any that I could borrow just in case, old Pumpernickel Butt or whatever his name is? It turns out to be one in disguise.
I was like, what the
that's
fuck have I
what you're
collected?
asking. Yeah,
Look,
let
I
me
just
look
take
in
some
my-
holy water as a precaution. As you might guess, both as a fiend and as a lowly bard, I have trouble getting the respect of the clergy enough to the point where they would give me any holy water. But I imagine you could get your hands on some.
Plenty of holy water, if that's what you're wondering. But I have to ask, hold on, let me simply test it. Alvin will pull out a holy symbol. Would you mind, can you hold this?
You do know that I admitted I'm a fiend. I'm not trying to hide that from
No,
you.
I'm just trying to see if this burns you, then the thing I was going to give you may burn you as well.
Farewell. And Bargain will reach out and touch it with his eyes shut because he's pretty sure it'll hurt, but I don't know what it is. So,
Well, he's just seeing if the holy symbol will burn you first, but if that burns you, then he's like, well, if you want to take the risk.
yeah, no, he'll touch it. I'm just saying that sounds like it's on meta to determine whether or not Bargain will take damage.
All right. And Alvin will pull out a dagger.
So what did he give
and
you?
hold out to you.
Sorry.
I'm holding out a dagger.
Yes.
The dagger is called the Bane of the Unrighteous. Right?
Mhm.
The Unrighteous. It does double damage against fiends, and it does
just touching it.
1d4 piercing and 1d8 radiant.
But you're not attacking with it, you're just touching it.
Yeah, he's just touching it. And it's a +2 dagger.
Do you think it would hurt Cairo?
It depends. Cairo's not as badly vulnerable anymore, but he
What's
still
the
has
name
problems.
of it again?
It's called the Bane of the Unrighteous.
And where did you get it?
You fucking hold on.
I will say this right now: Bargain is not righteous.
Well, where you got it from might if you actually that's why I always say write down where you get your items from, because if you need additional clarification down the road, it might just help, because then I can get in the mindset of what the fuck was I thinking when I made this.
Where did I get this? Huh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this is what the fuck? This is from Dark Cloud Forest? It doesn't state specifically where.
Huh. I'm gonna go with no. I can't think of anything in the entire Dark Cloud Forest that is particularly holy or sacred that would make this thing a holy artifact, and a holy artifact would affect something, but a dagger thing that just does extra damage against that wouldn't. That'd be more of like a hunter's mark type spell, I would think.
Yeah.
That's where I'm classifying it. So no,
Okay.
you're fine.
So Bargain he closes his eye and he turns away and he puts his hand out and he put a dagger in it and he opens his eyes and he's like, "Oh, you're just gonna put it in my hand? I thought you were gonna stab me with it." No, this is totally fine. And he tosses it between his hands. He even puts the blade between his teeth and he's like, "Yeah, this is wonderful."
Yeah, I've only received 3 holy artifacts, and all of them are being used. So I don't have holy artifacts anymore. But yeah, that's what I got. Bane of the Unrighteous. It's a +2 dagger. Does an additional D8 radiant damage as well.
There you go. That would actually be very good against fiends and devils and demons. Oh my.
And it doubles its damage against fiends. So
Yeah. Can you imagine if you got a crit with the new brutal crits with that?
oh god, it's a lot. It's a lot of damage.
Keep in mind, Bargain's made of Death Knight now. So we never got to see Cyrus get all the way to high level, but I can deal damage. That's all I'm gonna say. I didn't even get a chance to earlier because they all died too soon. So this will definitely do it. After I'm done in the mirror, After I'm done in the meal, there's a place that I'm going to go, but I don't remember all that much about it. Most of the gigs that I played there were very drunken.
You like being very non-descriptive about your things, don't you, Bargain?
I like starting that way and then getting very specific. People go, "Oh, now I know exactly what you're talking about." It also has to do with the fact that I couldn't remember the city. Sorry. I'm going to Kadoon after Mia at some point. I need a secret way into the city that I could fit a small group of people in. Just,
To Kadoon?
I believe that's the city we were talking about earlier, Meta, wasn't it?
Yes, and there are thousands of secret entrances and exits. Think Hogwarts.
Yeah, it's a party city, man. Every time I go there, I drink. I don't even know if I could know more secret ways.
No, they
than
don't
you.
party in Kadoon. They leave Kadoon to go to Baru's Keep. Party.
Oh,
No, Kadoon's very
Okay.
serious and stuffy.
Kadoon's the
very
library of all
waspy.
knowledge. Is the library?
They're very
Yeah, I've only-
serious about their knowledge, and only rich kids can get out and then really
I've
pay
only
to live there.
performed. Okay, let me retcon that. I've only performed there a couple of times. There was no booze involved at all, so it doesn't really even stick out in my brain. They mostly wanted to hear some old ballads for historical purposes. I don't think anybody even clapped. But I've got to go in there to get something for a thing, you know. There are many things that walk this world, things that I would see walk elsewhere. For instance, have you ever heard of the devil named Putresque?
Putresque?
Putresque. Which,
I
like,
do
of
not
all the
know.
devilish names, that's pretty on the nose, even for a devil.
I do not know Putresque.
Well, then I recommend you start researching him if you can find anything, for he is also aware of your demon problem, and having a very low opinion of the demons, he's planning on showing up in the immediate aftermath and cleaning up whatever's left.
Oh,
Now, I don't like demons.
I don't.
They're just annoying, chaotic little bitches. I hate devils, and I'm doing everything in my power I can to figure out what I can to stop Putresque. So some of the stuff I'm doing may not make all that much sense, but trust me when I say I'm more worried about a devil than a bunch of demons.
Then you and Cairo should probably not be around each other very often then.
That was the reason why I opened this conversation with the whole, is Cairo around? Because he makes me nervous. Although he's not truly a devil. A devil is born of a soul. He was just a guy and then he became a devil.
Yeah,
Well,
he's an
definitely.
interesting one, isn't he?
He's very good at his job too, so I have full respect for him. He just makes me nervous.
Yeah, so I will look into this Putresque then. But
Yeah.
the demons. To be honest, I will essentially give you this bit of information. In the coming months, a war is about to break out between Tharak and myself. It is inevitable.
Well, nothing against our dwarven friend, but I'll see if I can't get some reports or maybe even stop into the dwarven kingdom. But the idea that he would be quite as big on freedom and prosperity as you are does not strike me quite as likely. So,
He will.
nor do I think he has turned himself into a dragon yet. So, another point in your favor.
I don't think he has. But he is not. In fact, to be honest, he is a thorn in my side at the moment, as if he. All because of his actions and Voltier's actions. They have forced my hand when I have been
What did
trying.
Voltaire do? I thought Thalrak was babysitting him.
Voltier is run away from Thalrak due to the fact that he is murdering children and using their corpses to destroy my towers.
So definitely the towers thing is not a sexual innuendo. Just
No, it's not.
okay, good. Huh. You know, I knew he was capable of violence, and I knew he had a temper problem, but that does seem a little bit too far for him.
And he eats children, he murders them, he doses their corpses to desecrate my towers and destroy them, all because he has the Book of Vile Darkness inside of him. How wonderful is that?
I'm going to assume that you know you're being sarcastic because of all the things that have been said in this room, that's probably the only thing that's truly going to send shivers down my spine. The Book of the Book of Vile Darkness is not to be toyed with lightly. You know how there are many things that walk this world now? Thalrak is on my list of things to remove from it. He ate it? Wait, did he eat it like Munch Munch did? Wait, should I?
Voltier ate it, not Thalrak.
Right. Sorry if I said that incorrect. Did Voltaire somehow manage to eat it like Munch Munch eats things, where like he just got rid of the book?
No.
Is this a day for celebration?
I think it has something to do with the weird creature that is attached to him, my antithesis to my power.
That is a very rude way to speak of Thalrak, even if he's being a thorn in your side.
I'm not talking about Thalrak. I'm talking
Right,
about
out of character, I had to do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about the slime that is coating Voltaire these days.
XO?
Oh, yes. Rix is just actually an ancient version of Exo.
So-
X is just a long lost grandchild.
So is there a way to... I'm growing more and more concerned about Voltaire.
Unless
You know where he's at?
No, he ran away from Thalrak.
I will keep my ears to the ground and give you any reports I find coming across him, because
And it's going to
that
be
dude sounding bad though.
Yes, it is going to be quite difficult to try to get rid of the book since it's not on his person, it's inside of him. So that essentially means you have to waterboard him with holy water and then cast a wish on his stomach.
Are we still talking about Voltaire?
Yes. No, so that's how you get rid of the Book of Vile Darkness for 100 years. You need to submerge it in holy water, then cast a wish on it.
Waterboard out there. I just see it. That's just
All right, and that's not an image I like to think about, but I can think of like 15 different choruses for the song that'll be written about when you pull that off. My goodness.
It's the only way to get rid of the Book of Vile Darkness inside of him. Either that or make him empty his stomach.
So you're saying that if I come across him, I can't just kill him and bring his corpse back to be waterboarded? Because I feel like killing the person that ate the Book of Vile Darkness would also be like an adequate way to go.
If you kill him, you will save me so much trouble.
Well,
All I ask is the little slime that is on him, put it in like a vial or something, and you can either bring it to me or make it cease to exist. That thing will attempt to attach to you most likely, and it will take over your body.
I'm awfully fond of my body. Do you have you have vials prepared that could hold it? Because I'm assuming just like a normal health potion that you drink real fast and stick it in there wouldn't work.
Oh no! Wait, hold on. See, the problem is that it's not exactly easy to cast.
cast a vial of glass?
No, you can.
You've
I have
thrown an
that.
apple.
Like, there's plenty of glass. Like, yeah, you just like he holds out tons of containers, and he's like, "Look, there's so many different ones that you could seal him inside of." The problem is I don't know which one will perfectly hold him, and the most simplest way was to. No, he's not a soul, is he? I was going to say I'm going to give you a scroll to cast a spell, but I can't. I don't have. You wouldn't.
Well, if he's not a soul, that puts him more into the realm of my kind of person. So I can see what I can do about
Burn him.
That's what you hear, Alvin.
Burn him?
Burn him.
Oh, burn him.
Would he burn if I set him on fire?
The slime thing, yes.
You'll need a sacred flame.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be the hard part. You'll
Mhm.
need. You'll
And
need
he
holy-
must be reduced to his smallest form possible.
See,
So I'll
see,
tell you
the-
what, you give me a
holy-
vial, and if I come across him, I'll put him in the vial for you to do. Because again, fiend, not gonna be able to cast sacred flame so easily.
How about I give you something just a tad bit more? Because how easy it is going to be to just put him in a vial. Hold on. And Alvin will kind of rummage through a couple things behind him, and he's like, God, I know I have a couple of these around here. Ah, here we are. And he holds out a small little chest that's like a wooden carving of a chest that's the
Mhm.
size of like your pinky, and he
Yeah.
holds it out to you.
What's this then? And he takes it.
That, and then you're going to need this. And he then puts another scroll on the table for you. That is a secret chest. If you cast the secret chest scroll, it will turn that chest into a chest that will go to the astral plane. You put him in there, and then then the chest will disappear. And it's on the astral
It's
plane.
one of
All you have to
Icarus'
do-
drug caches. I understand this perfectly.
Yeah, it's similar. And
Don't
essentially,
you have
you just
something
bring
in there?
that. No, I have several of them
Oh, okay.
because one of them has the nuclear crystal in it.
And one of
has
them.
the
Yeah, go
has the
ahead.
source of desecration.
Yep.
Oh, here's a thought. You could give Bargain the chest that has the nuclear radiation crystal in it, and after he's killed, he could just leave it in a mirror.
Or you could
No.
desecrate a mirror.
No. And then the other one has a bunch of demonic crystals inside of it. I have 3 that I'm currently storing.
All right, so keep an eye out for Voltaire, eater of the Book of Vile Darkness. Check in on Thalrak just to make sure I'm not going to take his side over yours, which I promise if I do, I'll come back and warn you so you know not to trust me anymore. But also, 1 in a million chance that happens. I've never been very fond of dwarves. Dwarven women, they track you down if you leave a child there. Trust me, that's not an experience I want to ever go through again.
So
I
do
guess I'm
krakens.
glad to be married to just my wife then.
Your wife's not a dwarf. She's like a 2D drawing come to life.
Shut.
No,
You
I'm
just,
saying that-
Alvin. You hear ascending in your head, just with a single word. Just.
What do you mean? Wait, no, hold on. What does that mean?
Like she looked like something that a painter was like, this is what the most beautiful woman in the world looks like. And then she just like came to life afterwards.
No. And he sends it back. I am faithful to you, darling. No one else.
I don't think that's what she meant.
Oh.
You referred to her as just my wife, and she sent you just.
Oh no, I'm saying that
He still doesn't
I
get
meant to
it.
say that
This is actually how Alvin's reacting right now. I'm just a friend. I'm just a girlfriend. I'm just pretty. I'm just. No?
It's the highest stat. No. It's like it's the highest form. It's the highest status. You can't go any higher.
No, the just. It's the just.
Yeah, the just.
The just.
Well, no, it's. I meant to be like essentially saying like she's my only wife.
Oh no, I
Right,
get
has to
it.
do with me
I
enough.
get what you meant. But I also remember Terry's very dramatic. If you haven't noticed, she's a drama queen. She loves
she
the
is a drama queen.
She
She's always been a
feeds
drama
off
queen.
the drama. She loves you very much, but she loves the drama.
Yes, she is.
No,
she's
real
very
quick,
dramatic.
what is the list of all of the demon lords?
It's Six Axis, Segrador, Shin, Queen Hemlock, and King Damodred.
Damodred.
Queen,
Damodred.
Because that's very specifically after a very specific Damodred. Do either of you know anybody from anything that could potentially be Damodred?
Let me put it this way. I have a character named Damodred in my campaign, and the last villain that my campaign fought was Mogdi. Sycax's Shin, Queen Hemlock, King Damodred, and Segrador.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
those are the 5. And so one's dead, and I hoped that by the end of this year, either
Okay. No, hold on. Who do you think is dead?
Six Axis.
He's a fiend. Did you kill him here? Did you kill him on his birth
I'm
plane?
saying he's been sealed away. I plan.
I think it's like
once
50 years, right? Something
I
like that.
plan to go on down to hell to kill him myself permanently, but I currently have to deal with the other 4 that are running around, and
Yeah.
Falrak threatening and Voltaire. So, can't really go to hell to extinguish the flame.
If you need a guide, you just send me a sending, and I'll come running to help you around when you go to hell.
Excellent to hear.
Where do you think the other 4 are?
There's a theory. I have a theory that one may be lurking. One of them may be the leader of one of the churches right now.
Which church and which one?
Baron. It's the church in Barandor, Lathandra.
Right, but which demon lord?
I have no idea. It's just suddenly the head priest of the church died, and then a new one took his place just out of nowhere, right when all the demons were released. So it doesn't.
That is absolutely suspicious sounding and about as subtle as a demon can sometimes be. So I believe it. You don't think any of them have gotten to Thalrak or Voltaire?
I don't
You
know.
know, demons would worship the Book of Vile Darkness were it given form, and if Voltaire is led astray either by his slime or the book, or somehow gain, maybe he picks up a headband of intellect, he may decide to go lead a coalition of fiends simply because they'd fall in line because he ate the Book of Vile Darkness.
I do not know. It's all I don't know if they have. I mean, Tharak's been acting very irrational as of late. Voltaire has been acting irrational ever since I became Mayor of Safe Falls and no longer ventured with him. So I think this whole could have been avoided if I had not become the mayor, but c'est la vie.
I think the world would be better off for you becoming the mayor of Safe Falls and eventually the emperor of... What is the end of your ambitions? Emperor of everywhere?
Yeah, Albert just nods.
It's catchy. I'll give you that. You want me to sing a song about the coming emperor of everywhere? Leave it in the streets so
He
people
comes
can figure
everywhere in the streets. The coming empire, that coming emperor.
It makes me sound like I'm the male counterpart to Sarish. Let's not do that.
No, it makes you sound like you're the alternate dimension version of the Grabbing Dragon.
Wow. That was just said out loud on the internet.
Okay, but both of you just acknowledge that you got the reference.
How about you can just, after you dealt with Emir, then maybe we will have. You can start spreading the lyrical verse that you wish to write. But
Very well.
right now, I have plans that if you were to start saying that, a few people may change their mind about
Then
coming
I'll
to
hold off. I'll
speak
just,
with me.
you know, when you be a one-trick pony for several hundred years, you get used to doing that one trick. That's all.
Understandable. I completely understand.
Very good. One of the things that would give away the signs of I feel like I've taken enough of your time and your kids. I can hear them running around downstairs waiting for the ice cream. But just a warning: if you find anywhere there is there are sightings, do you know what a Tanaruk is, Alvin?
A Tanaruk?
Tanaruk.
A Tanaruk.
Tanaruk. You know what a tiefling is?
Yes.
A Tanaruk is like that, but instead of the mortal parents' lineage being strong,
The
fiend. A Tanaruk,
Oh.
Tanaruk of Putresk will be a fight of just terrifying proportions. They're not. And well, anyway, and one of the reasons I'm here is to put an end to any Tanaruks I find, just in case they're sleeper agents and whatnot. So be slightly suspicious of any tieflings with too much muscle tone. And of course, if you hear of a wandering band of fiendish red people, be careful. Putresk might not be too far away.
Understood.
Alrighty. And he kind of stands up and he's like, do you shake hands with common folk, such as a poor, humble bard, such as myself, or do I need to kneel? And there's a lot of like humor when he says that.
Please, for the love of all the gods, do not kneel. Just shake my hand.
He grabs your hand to shake and he leans in and he does like the French kiss where he's like, not the French kiss, that the European kiss, you know, the kiss cheeks.
Yes.
And then he like skips out of the room, just being like, I'll come back later.
That is the first time someone has said they were going to bow before me, and I did not like that.
All right. With that, we will end this. Alvin, we've got so much more to do. Also, after we end the stream, I'm going to reveal something, and then I'm going to talk to John about something. And it's going to be interesting, and it's going to be revolutionary, and you both are going to probably be very scared about the implications and very excited.
All
But
right.
none of the viewers will know. It'll be a secret from everyone. So thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. And we'll see you in a little bit.